Hey, Dimitri, saw you raise your hand. You want to jump on?
Yeah, I have a question for you about how you've sort of set up the product experience on your site. So you seem to have a listing experience where, you have maybe the same item for multiple sellers, and that's what you present to the customer. Whereas you could also maybe have a product-based experience where you have a product, and then under that you have kind of the various listings from each customer. How did you think about this choice about how to set that up? And sort of what were kind of the trade-offs for you, and why did you land on the kind of the listing
Yeah,
experience?
great question. I think it's a really hard problem to deal with, and I think it's good to be thoughtful about it up front. Um, the sporting goods is just super long tail. So you might look at like a Rawlings Icon bat, and to the naked eye, it's like, okay, that's a Rawlings Icon bat. That's the product. Well, there's BB Core, USSSA, and USA certifications, and so got to go at least one layer deeper. Within each of those, there's drop 5, drop 8, drop 12, right? Now there's all these colorways, and unlike books or sneakers, and I don't know, maybe there's other categories, you can't just like scan the UPC on the back and boom, here's your title, right? Like it is really complicated, and so organizing that into products is really hard. So I think initially what we did was not try to solve that problem and just go with listings. We are working in the direction of backwards to organizing it. So like the way our value guide works for trade-in, we're creating, a manufacturer SKU might be like all the way down the tree to color, drop, like all the criteria I talked about to a unique layer. Customers don't think that way. That's not the way anybody buys or sells. So we have to like create a layer somewhere in between the Rawlings icon and like that UPC. That's the shoppable layer, right? And it's different by every category. So we're like basically doing that for our value guide and assigning like we basically pick like where's the value, because at some point you get to too little data and too granular where it's actually not useful anymore. So we pick where's the value, and then we're now incorporating that into the shopping experience. So I think what you'll see is like all the work we're doing in trading actually helps us organize the catalog better to then build a better shopping experience. And I think over the next year, you'll start to see some of those product-based shopping experiences in certain parts of the site. They'll probably continue to coexist though. It's really hard to do. I think like Pengo Books does a great job with it. If you want to look at like their experience, where titles and authors make it a little bit easier to do. And I think they've done a fantastic job of what that experience could look like.